communicational skills. So when we talk about the trifecta of joint attention, social communication, and social cognition, we're going to talk about those three kind of in tandem today to help really understand when you are struggling with those specifically, how that produces anxiety and ways in which it's being trained or taught, and how that really starts to become actually more anxiety producing in that way.
And I think, in the past, things that I've done as far as training eye contact, there's nothing after the eye contact happens. So, as far as autistic adults talking about the anxiety and almost pain that is felt by having to sustain eye contact with someone when they're communicating, at that point, it's almost like maintaining eye contact for eye contact's sake, rather than shifting to someone for more information after. And that's something I think is particularly important with what we're doing when we write treatment plan goals and in our therapy, is that we're not reinforcing for the shift only, we're also reinforcing the meaning behind the shift. So what are you looking for?
So I think we need to kind of talk maybe about what joint attention is, because I think that there's a misunderstanding really in, the ABA community and, things like that about, everyone's goal is joint attention, and that, sharing in that joint stimulus or being able to read other people, things like that. We all have maybe grown up with either a parent or someone who's like, look at me when I'm talking to you, and for that person on the receiving end, when the child isn't looking at you, you think that they are ignoring you, you think they're being defiant, but really what it's about in our humanness is that we feel like we're not on the same page. And that shift for information, or that eye contact, is really a signal to our brains, really, that you're understanding, we're on the same page, that kind of thing. So I think everyone's goal is joint attention, but what happens when you train eye contact without the aspect of it being for communication, that's when we start to see the trouble, right? So, I don't know, thinking about joint attention is really, I don't call it like the triangle. So if I'm looking at that plant and I look to Casey, I look to see Casey looks at me, Casey looks back at the plant, and we both have this appraisal, and I'm getting appraisal of Casey's face and what Casey thinks of the plant, and she understands that we're both looking. And if I look to it and Casey's just staring at me, and she's not shifting back from the plant back to me as we're talking about the plant, then I'm going to be like, oh, I need to direct her over here because I feel like she's missing something, because she can't just look to me. And vice versa, if she was just looking at the plant, right, then I feel like she's not understanding what I have to say about the plant. So understanding that it's the shift that we're really looking for. We're not really looking for eye contact for the sake of eye contact. I'm looking to see, are we actually on the same page? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Do you understand what I'm
it's not about the shift, it's about why you're shifting, and making sure that you and your partner are both shifting to each other for the same reason.